back. It's episode 4. Got a new scheduled time for this week. Some stuff going on. Sorry for that, but we're happy to be back. And a lot of stuff going on the pipe. Probably better than what's going on up the top. Although we do get some good news about Peraza being called up. So, Sandy, how are we feeling?
I'm feeling good. How are you, Julian?
Could be better. Trying to ignore the mess at the top, but at least Peraza's finally up.
Good news. Great news. Finally, Peraza got called up. It had to take Donaldson getting injured for us to see this guy up here.
It's absolutely unbelievable that he literally had to break down on the field for us to finally see Peraza.
Will he finally stay? We don't know. What we do know is that Donaldson has a calf injury that could be season ending. It's a grade 2 calf strain, they're saying, possible grade 3. It's high enough of a grade to be considered a tear, are the reports.
I personally think he's done for the year. I think it's over for JD. It's just a formality at this point. Was this the way to not embarrassingly DFA him potentially? Could there be some foul play going on here, like Ellsbury's situation? Makes me think a little bit. The only thing left is to transfer him to the 60 IL and hopefully open up a roster spot for someone that could help us.
Yeah, so the injury happened. First of all, what's up, chat? How y'all doing?
Yes, thanks for popping in on our.
Thanks for joining us. We're talking Peraza here, and so Donaldson, he suffered the injury on a ground out on Saturday. He was placed on the IL on Sunday, and immediately they called Peraza up, and guess what? Kid contributed right away. They put him in the leadoff spot, which was freaking shocking. And he got on base. Every time he was up, he got on base. That's what we want. That's what you want from a leadoff hitter. And he did well. He got on base 5 times. Yesterday's game, not so good. I believe he struck out twice.
Yeah. He didn't have his best day yesterday. People were complaining about him getting picked off too. But it's just he's learning the bases on the majors a little bit. He needs to get this full shot to play. And it is a crazy thought that he's leading off after being buried in the minors for most of the season. Oh, but he can't play, but he can lead off when he's up here. Like, what goes into this backwards thinking?
The logic is so insane. It's hard to even understand. He wasn't good enough to start in the majors, but yeah, you're bringing him up and leading him off right away. What? I'm happy with it though. I hope he keeps getting reps, and at third base too. He has a good arm. You saw his arm. His hits right up the middle. Awesome dude.
I'm excited to see what he can do. This could be a spark that the Yankees need. This lineup is so terrible. It's probably not enough, unfortunately, based on what we've seen. Like, you got Franchi Cordero hitting 6, who shouldn't even be on the Major League roster tonight. It's such an embarrassment. And we'll get to the Florial stuff later and the outfield stuff, but it's just the fact that he's batting 6 is something I can't escape, even as we're talking about Peraza right now.
You might see my instant reaction to the lineup because we haven't talked about it. I know it's out. And but anyway, a little bit more on Donaldson. This is his second time that he's been injured this season. And we're only halfway through. Will they 60 DA him?
I think eventually they probably will. I'm not exactly sure what they're waiting for. Maybe they're trying to see if something opens up or they need someone in there. Could they get an extra bullpen arm on the 42? I mean, that could be in play. I think they should. I don't see a reason for him to come back. He was absolutely terrible. He hit 142, 15 hits, 10 of them home runs. So it's just embarrassing, honestly. Like, it really is.
Yeah, so we wanted to start off with, hey, what's up, TC? He's He sent us a comment here in the chat. I'll be watching the old Yankee videos from 96, 98, 99 when we had a real team. I miss the dynasty.
We did just celebrate Cohen's perfect game anniversary too.
God, I've been reading Jack Curry's book. I'm in the part of the book where Coney and Wells, when Wells comes into the team and Coney and Wells bond, it's just amazing hearing these stories of these guys.
I gotta look into that one more. I did just pick up 62 as well. We have a lot of fun reading to catch up on. And it's more exciting than what we're seeing on the fields. Like, it seems like all the Yankees have is their story to their history now, because the product right now looks like more like the bad news Bears and the New York Yankees we grew up with.
Insane. Moving on, next up in our docket is a guy that's been killing it, Trey Sweeney. Trey Sweeney has been absolutely hot. He's our prospect shortstop. Will he go to AAA? That's what we need to move him up. Obviously, Peraza was moved up, and there's a spot open for him in AAA now.
I really like what I've seen from Trey this year. You had a good article recapping his hot stretch. He's been doing pretty well. So I think it's something that they could look into, because they don't really have a consistent shortstop at the AAA level anymore without Peraza. And Sweeney's OPS has been steady. It's around 800. Has like 12 home runs. He's been stealing a few bases too. He's been in Somerset for close to a year now. So it's something that could definitely look into. But the real question is, are they holding on to Trey in Somerset until they make a decision? Is Trey going to be part of a deal, or is he going to be here through this season?
That's what it seems like with all of these guys. We're just wondering if they're holding them for a reason, and that's why they're not being promoted or moved up. But some highlights on Sweeney. He went 2 for 3 with an RBI, 2 runs and a walk. He scored a game-high 2 runs. That's his 15th multi-hit game this season. That was this past weekend. Yesterday, he also got a clutch hit. He hit a base-clearing single. We posted that on Dugout, and the Sweeneys retweeted our post too. Thankful for the parents that are following us. I believe we have that video of his base-clearing hit up here. Nice hit up the middle. Oh, no.
That's good defense by Trey.
Oh, that's a D. So, yeah, yesterday he hit a base clearing, and that was fun.
And his defense has been pretty good, honestly. 10 errors, 963 fielding percentage. Really, he's been holding it down in short, even though if he's going to stay in this organization, he can't be a shortstop, obviously. He has 43 ribbies with 12 steals on the offensive side and a 245 average. So
that's the thing. Like you said, he there's no room for him. I mean, with Volpe has shortstop gig locked down. So what else are we going to do with him, you know?
He's going to either have to play third base, move to the corner outfield, left field maybe. Let's put Trey Sweeney in left field, throw his name into the hat.
Let's just try all our infields in the left field.
I think, like, maybe down the line I could try him in the outfield next year, but I think if you're going to keep him in the infield, kill him at third base potentially, but now we might have Peraza there. Here's a good question. We talked about Ozzy. Is he here to stay and stuff? Do you feel that he's solidified now since Donaldson's injured and the Yankees won't trade him, or do you think they can still do him?
Cabrera?
I'm talking about Peraza.
Oh, what about Peraza?
Do you feel like his spot's secure without Donaldson and the Yankees won't trade him this deadline?
Oh, is his spot secured without Donaldson? That's an interesting question. I'm not sure. Do you think so?
Yeah, I think he's going to be good this trade deadline. I think he's safe because
he's safe.
They've talked about, let's see how this ages. If this age is bad, I'll be the first one to own it. But
tape. We'll play the tape.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good tape. We'll see. But I feel like since he's in here now, they don't have Donaldson. DJ's been terrible, and they've talked about so much how he's part of the future.
Mm-hmm.
and the middle infield, even though Torres is still second. I feel like Peraza is going to be okay for this trade.
Why I say I don't know is because other teams could be targeting him. You know, like
Yeah,
other
maybe.
teams,
Yeah.
like, okay, you know, will want him in their deal. You get what I mean?
Yeah, it's like if the Yankees get overwhelmed by something they can't refuse, I feel like they'd have to get a really good offer for him. Or if he was part of like a big fish type player, like I don't.
Bellinger.
Yeah, although if he got traded for Belly, I would not be too happy unless they gave us maybe Stroman or something too. But someone brought up Stroh. I was like, I would take him, but I don't think the Yankees would.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's going to be interesting to see. Like, we got less than 2 weeks till this deadline now. A lot of our friends are going to be moving on. Unfortunately, it's that time of year. It's hug watch. Keep all your loved prospects close because you never know what's going to happen. Appreciate the moments with them these next few weeks.
Yeah. So we were talking about Sweeney, clutch hitter, good stuff from him. Hopefully he gets moved up to AAA soon. That would be a good move for him. I mean, what else is there for the kid to prove? Every freaking game he's out there doing something.
I think by August he's got to get that call at least.
Here's the base clearing triple. That was a nice hit. I'm surprised he only got a single out of that. But good stuff.
Yeah,
I was excited. I was like, finally was able to watch this game anyway. So Dominguez too. Let's talk about the Martian. He's heating up in July.
Yes, I am extremely excited about Dominguez now. He's looking good. We hit some good points with JD in that article. He's got 2 bombs, 7 ribbies, and 7 stolen bases this month. He actually has the most multi-hit games with 18. That was a fun fact I didn't know for the Patriots. Yeah. 4 straight. He will be in there tonight, and they did drop the lineup we'll go over later. And he's been getting better. He has 25 steals in the year. He has 64 walks. His average is inching up to 220. OPS inching up to 740. So you're starting to see those numbers come to the spot you want to see them get to.
Home run. Blast off.
Oh, yeah.
He's got power.
This ballpark is huge. Like, this is an awesome park.
This is an awesome park.
Yes.
Power and speed.
That was a monster shot, too.
Too, like, you know?
Yeah, that's why they questioned he could stay in center field because that builds. But
he made a good defensive catch also in the outfield, which we posted on Dugout. And, of course, haters were commenting on it, saying, oh, that's a routine play. Oh, he misread that ball. Shut the fuck up. If you have nothing nice to say, just shut the fuck up.
you know how Twitter be.
Oh, my God. So in July, his slash line in July, 377, 462, 531, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. That's his 4th straight multi-hit game.
I'm really happy to see this. He needs a really good month. We need to see him finish this month strong, get those numbers back up to respectability. And then could he put himself in the combo for AAA if he has a hot month and a half, maybe a September call-up? That's probably the best case at this scenario. He's definitely not making the majors this year. There's no way.
So. I know, sadly. A lot of people do want to see him up in the major. I don't think they understand how it works.
Yeah, he's not. He's behind the other guys. Like someone mentioned Pereira, though. I think that someone asked if we think Everson.
Oh yeah, someone asked about Everson. He's right there. He's the one that should be brought up. There
Everson is like right here. That's how close he can be to getting called up. Honestly, like it has to be a discussion worth having with how shitty this left field play has been. I mean, I would take my chances with him over anyone else.
Franchi, McKinney, Bowers, Bafuera.
Cabrera, all of them, like no good. And then even Florial, which we're going to get to later, and that's a big discussion still. Just seeing Franchi Cordero in the outfield just makes me sick. Like, why?
So, yeah, about Dominguez, 64 walks. Come on. I mean, here's the thing with him. The walks are up there, but so is his strikeout rate. Make it make sense.
Yeah, I'm just like I am a little disappointed with the strikeouts. I think he might be approaching like close to 100 when I last looked. Like it's higher than I even realized.
Yeah,
like, it's not
yeah.
good.
It was like 90 something when I looked. Yep.
Yeah, so he's right on that 100 mark, which is not good. Dominguez is on base, like you said, with the walks. The 358 is freaking great for a 220 average, though. That's really good for a 220 average.
Seriously.
So that's a positive. He's running pretty well. That's positive, but it's just not fully there with the swings and everything. Peraza has a good average for the
That's
Yankees.
why he needs more time, guys. It's the whole development.
Yeah, he's still only 21, so it's or 20 actually. I'm losing track of his years, I guess, but either way, he's a baby.
Another pitcher in Somerset that's killing it, Barclay. Since you had the interview with him, he pitched very well his last outing.
Yeah, Barclay is an interesting dude. He's got a unique delivery too. He's a lefty pitcher. This is the immaculate inning.
Someone said he reminds him of Nestor.
I like that actually. I like that. Someone brought that up in the interview, and he said he shied away from it though.
He what?
But he shied away from it. He wasn't really into that.
He didn't like the comparison.
Yeah, he's a soft-spoken dude, as you're gonna see in this clip that's gonna get pulled up.
So in that immaculate inning, he pitched 5 innings, 2 earned runs, 6 hits, 6 strikeouts. He matched the season high with 6. That was his season high, and his third straight appearance. His third straight that he's pitched 5 or more innings.
Yeah, Barclay's like a unique guy. He could be like a starter too. Like, can we talk?
That's what I initially thought, but he's a reliever.
He's like a swing man because like he's taking bulk innings out of the bullpen. Like he's pitching up, he's backing up Gomez kinds of. You could turn him into a starter too if you want. He has the stuff. I mean, he'll probably profile in the bullpen at the next level, though, I would think. Like maybe like a multi-inning reliever. Like that seems like that could work out for him. So
wait, 9 pitches, 9 strikes, and 3 strikeouts.
Yep.
That was his 5th inning.
Yep. It's a rarity. It's cool to see that. It's fun. The Yankees had a few of them. I think Mike King threw one a year or 2 ago. So it's fun to see. It's not, hey, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. We appreciate that. So
we have the interview though.
Yeah, we do. And for Barclay, I think he could be looking at AAA if he keeps this up. I think he's starting to show that he's able to dominate these AA hitters with ease.
Producer Jigga, run that tape.
MLB you look up to, maybe try to mold your game after a little bit.
I wouldn't say one guy, just a little bit of what everybody does. You know, I think the big thing I've realized over the last year is everybody in the big leagues has something that they do really well, and they don't try to be anybody else. So just figuring out what my strengths are and almost selling into it versus going too crazy with like, I need to bring up this weakness instead of just doubling down on the strengths.
What are some guys in the MLB you look up to, maybe try to mold your game after a little bit?
I wouldn't say one guy, just a little bit of what everybody does. You know, I think the big thing I've realized over the last year is everybody in the big leagues has something that they do really well, and they don't try to be anybody else. So just figuring out what my strengths are and almost selling into it versus going too crazy with like.
Good answer. He doesn't want to be compared to anyone. He's like, nope, I'm my own person.
Yeah, I think I was curious to see what he would say with that. If there's any person he like looks up to just to model the game, but he said no. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, he looks at everyone, but he just didn't want to call out one person. So
yeah,
it was so hard to hear. Yeah, it was so hard to hear him though. Like I was able to hear because like it's like I heard it in the first time there and stuff, but like he was just like not speaking that loudly and stuff. But
I would like to know his nationality or background. He has like green eyes, but he's trigueñito. Like he's a little, olive skin color. But
Yeah, I know he was born in. I looked it up. He was born in America, but
so Edgar is like a Spanish name. Barclay is not. So he could be biracial, whatever.
yeah,
Not offending anyone. I'm just like always curious.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to figure that one out down the line. But let's see. I'm excited for Barclay though. I mean, he's
Very
putting up great stats. Those were his first runs given up too, and he has 38 Ks in 25 innings. Those 2 runs are the only runs he surrendered this season.
That's what's up.
Yeah, he's been going off. So that's a great point for Patriots pitching as we continue to see these guys go out there and produce. Like this weekend, they carried the weight. They won those 2 games.
Yep. More pitching. We have an announcement for Brock Selvage. He was called up to Hudson Valley.
Yep, Selvage got the call. His father followed us on Twitter when we broke the news, so some more family ties there.
I love the love.
Shout out to Mr. Selvage if he's happening to listen to this one. But Brock earned this call up. He was a 3rd-round pick in 2021. The left-handed pitcher, he threw 77 innings at Hudson, 91 Ks, at Tampa, wow. 3.38 ERA. He will be pitching for Hudson on Friday. His last start for the Tarpons was 5 1/3, 1 earned and 7 strikeouts, and that's what got him up here.
Awesome. 20 years old.
Yeah, so Selvage has a very bright future ahead of him. And I think this is a good call-up. I think it's one that was well-deserved and everything. And he put himself in the top 2-round consideration in a showcase in 2020. The Yankees signed him for like $1.5 million. His fastball's around like 91 to 95. He hits upper 80s with his slider, and his changeup's like in the low 80s. And he's working on a little cutter, so he's like a 3-pitch pitcher mainly. And a lot of times you see with these younger guys, it's really a 3-pitch mix, and then the 4th one's a little bit shaky. Like Clayton Beeter really only had 3 pitches last year. And then for Selvage, yeah, the only left-handed starter in the system. That's very interesting.
Oh, wow.
Because we lost Ken
100%.
last year. Yeah, like Barclay could start, but he's not. He's the only traditional starter. It's a lefty. Wow, everyone's righty. Yeah, he's right.
I don't like that.
Yeah, we lost our lefty diversity arms with the startings. I mean, the bullpen had a few. Selvage is going to pitch Friday. I will be in attendance Friday, so make sure to get some content for Selvage and for his debut and everything. So shout out to Hudson Valley. We're about to get to them too. I popped out there yesterday, so that was fun.
Good stuff. So how do you think this move affects like the rest of the call-ups?
I think that Hudson is going to definitely bring someone up to Somerset soon. Somerset's rotation's a little bit full as well, so you're going to have to get some wiggle room somewhere. We know Gomez is opening games, so that's we drafted the left-handed starter draft. Not sure if he signed yet. I think he did, but yeah. So I think that Thorpe is the first person you look at again. We went into him at length last week. He's got to be the guy that's going to get up there.
Oh, yeah, we were fired up with Thorpe. Guys, watch our last episode if you want to know more about Thorpe. I think we discussed him thoroughly.
Yes, and I'm hoping to learn more tomorrow as well. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Messenger, I know our boy in here loves Messenger, so Messenger can maybe be the second guy in line.
Messenger's dad has entered the chat.
Messenger could maybe be the second guy in line, and then Corella could fall in. And Corella next Monday, by the way. Everyone be on the lookout for Corella.
Good stuff. So speaking of Hudson, Tyrone, do we talk about him every episode? I feel like we discuss him every single episode.
I think we skipped him last week, but this week we have to discuss him.
Negative. This week is a negative. His outing was just so great.
I was excited to see him and everything. Yeah. Like he started off good with 2 Ks in the first. In the second inning, the wheels fell off. He gave up 4 runs. Then he gave up a few more. 6 earned. He did strike out 5 batters. At least I was able to record 2 clips. He
Yeah.
shared it. He shared the clip in his Insta story and showed some love to us. So he was happy to see that I was able to record it. So at least
you got to see the Jones home run too.
Yes, the Jones home run was good. He was 2 for 4. He went yard again today. So Spencer Jones is heating up.
Yeah,
That's really cool. And he didn't steal any bases yesterday. I'm not sure about today. It's just like, you saw the pictures, obviously. When you see him in person, this man is fucking ridiculously huge. Like, he's literally Aaron Judge, but skinnier. That's what I said on my report. I'm like, it's like Judge, but the thickness isn't there. Like, you see this guy in person, it's just like a beast. Like, he doesn't look like he belongs in the minor league field. It's just like a man amongst boys out there. Just like crazy to see him in person.
Does he look very thin in person?
Yeah, he's like it's like not too thin, but it's not like too bulky like Judge. It's like a half. It's like half, I guess, if that makes any sense.
He looks great on TV. That home run was good. So another player that was called up was Ben Rice. He's a catcher. He was called up to Somerset from Hudson. His stats are 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. His OPS is 1.032 in his 79 at-bats at Hudson. So he deserved a call-up, and he can also play some first base. And besides catching, he can play first. Usually catchers can play first. And logjam. How does this affect the logjam? I gotta stop saying
It's yeah.
What are we gonna do with all these catchers?
I mean, honestly, how are they gonna figure this out? I know Siegler just went down. Durant just got activated at AAA. He's on the docket as well. This person here in his tweet, Jinwook Kim, has laid out nicely here with all of this.
Look, I didn't even see this tweet. The Patriots already have Wells, Bro, and Gasper on their roster. Very likely that one is moving up, which causes another problem in AAA. It's just like a fucking clusterfuck of catchers. That's great. Ben Rice is moving up. Who do you think is going to move up from to AAA with this move?
I think it's got to be Austin Wells. I mean, who else are you going to do? I mean, it has to be his time, finally, I would hope.
Yeah.
And the Yankees talked about, and this is what's really crazy, the Yankees talked about needing help with the catching position while they have 7 or 8 minor league catchers in their system. Like, how do you need more help with the catchers? Like, you have 2 that aren't hitting up there. You're going to trade for another catcher when you have 8 guys down here? Like, what in the world
is going on? This is what I don't like about the Yankees. I hate to always having to, like, bring them up in our pipe conversations. But what I don't like about them is how they go looking for a trade or go out to other teams, minor league systems, to try and sign at someone instead of looking within our farm and promoting them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's like the Yankees affect the minor league system, so we have to bring it up, and their negligence is impacting the minor leagues too. Like, the incompetence goes from the top to the bottom. Like, we talk about how they're mysterious with these injury reports. Like, Sean Boyle gets Tommy John, and I'm like the only person that knows about it, and they still won't even say like that he got it. The newsflash to everyone in here: Sean Boyle.
Messenger's dad said, "Call up Ben and move Wells into his spot." Everyone is saying this. You guys, everyone is saying this, and why can't they see this?
Oh, so speaking of Rortvedt, I think he's on to try. 6 bombs, 23 ribbies, 287 average, 401 on base, 914 OPS, and 115 at bats. He had a 2-homer game on the 6th. I mean, now's the time for Ben Rortvedt. Do they finally do this at the trade deadline? Is it going to happen? Will they make a move with Higgy or something and call up Ben? Because the way this roster is currently constructed, you can't bring him up. You have something needs to be cluttered, and then it's from the top to the bottom. Like, Somerset's got to go up. AAA's got to go up.
Correct.
People might have to get released or more trades to open up space in the minors. And it's just a crazy logjam. Like, how do you make this freaking logjam at every spot? You have an infield logjam, which was ridiculous this year. You have a catching logjam. You have way too many minor league pitchers, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like, I don't know.
There's some IL, Trevino, and Rizzo. That's another point I want to discuss too.
Rizzo 100%, but that's my.
Yeah. But anyway, speaking of catching, because we're still talking about these catchers, and it's not like they're terrible. They're putting up amazing numbers. Like you were saying, Roderick, he has a .914 OPS. Narvaez is another one. Narvaez is hitting the ball well. 9 home runs, 24 RBIs. His OPS is .862. Rule 5 guy, he could be a trade candidate because he has to be added to the 40-man roster.
Yes, and this is something next episode we're going to explore more. It's like way too big of a rabbit hole to go into this time, but there's a lot of guys on that Rule 5 list that you have to watch for. That you have to watch at the trade deadline. The Yankees don't want to lose those guys for nothing, so those are the guys you might see move over this next week or so. Yeah. Narvaez is one of them. It would help open up some catching situations down there. If they don't think he could go up, they might as well let him go because I'm sure someone will give him a shot. He's basically knocking at the door, too, of the major leagues. He's been doing well in AAA. He looked good in spring training. He's not a young guy. He's 24, so it's not like he needs more seasoning, really. So I think that's something that you can look at potentially.
Duran is another one. Duran, his stats are 7 home runs, 28 RBIs. His average is 236. OBP is 301. And his OPS is a little lower, 722. He just came back from the IL. But Duran is the name I've been hearing for the longest. Gasper. Gasper is another one that's been killing it. 2 for 4 over the weekend with an RBI. He played in AAA also. His stats, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. His OBP is 338, and his OPS is 740. He also can play first and second, so he's versatile and is used to fighting for playing time.
Yeah. So I spoke to Nick last year, and I interviewed him about this, and he said he always has to grind for his playing time. Even in college, he would mix up catcher, he'd mix up first. I asked him how he went all these different positions. He was like, I had to be ready to do it because I wanted to play. He's like, I want to get in there. I didn't care where I was playing. So he's a grinder. He's 26. Duran's also 25. Yeah, Duran is also 20. Yeah, Duran is 25 too.
You know what? Is it a catcher thing? Because I'm finding a lot of catchers
are older,
and they always have to fight for playing time. Always. They have to split time.
Yeah, everyone wants to do the platoon. Everyone wants to do the platoon catchers now. Everyone wants to rotate catchers and stuff. But the way the Yankees are doing it is just absurd. Something's got to be done. I mean, honestly speaking, if they want to open up AAA, I need to make a move with Narvaez or Duran or both and get Wells in there. They want to do something at the major league level, get Rortvedt in there. You have enough guys at both levels that could go back and forth between AA and AAA. So you can cut down 2 of these catchers at least. And then Josh Barreau has been a train wreck, unfortunately, for him.
Yeah.
He was a lot better last year, but this year he's been brutal. He was in AAA. He got demoted. His OPS is 518. He struck out twice yesterday. One of them was kind of a bad call, I thought. But things are not
that pitch. But he also struck out with bases loaded, which was really bad. We had a chance to tie the game there.
It's tough. I don't know how they're gonna solve this all. They got to figure it out within the next 2 weeks or something. You have to wonder about the future of Austin Wells even. Some people have brought that up. Would the Yankees try to sell him high? Do they not believe he can catch in the major league level? Is that why he's stuck in AA?
Right?
I don't know. I hope he stays, but we're going to have to see.
So the lineup for the Patriots was released. That was today, and Rice is on there.
Yeah, he's making his debut, I believe, with the Patriots.
Yeah.
And then you got Sweeney, Dominguez, Wells, Hardman.
Okay, so moving on to Gomez. Joender Gomez is a pitcher. Could Gomez be a pen piece for the Yanks? He's on the 40-man roster currently. We don't know if he's going to stay. Joender Gomez, he was a starting pitcher for Game 2 for the Somerset Patriots. He pitched 2 innings, 1 earned run, 1 hit, 2 walks, and 5 Ks. That's good. He threw a season-high 57 pitches in his 9th outing of the year. So and he also reached his season high of 5 strikeouts that game.
I'm happy with the progress. I hope he starts to build those pitch counts up more.
Yeah.
He is on the 40, so he doesn't have to worry about Rule 5 or any of that stuff. You just wonder how the Yankees view this, how they view Gomez. He's been injured a lot, unfortunately, a lot. It's been a big story.
Didn't he just have Tommy John?
He had Tommy John the last season, I believe. So
yeah, 2 years ago.
He came back from that. He did relatively well last year. Now they're trying to be careful with the builds up.
Right. So with Gomes, what I was my understanding, we even spoke to Grayson about Gomes, is that they were cautious with him, and his starts were very limited. That's okay. I can understand that.
Yeah, and it's just like, could he be more of a bullpen piece in the major league level? Maybe he's not a starting pitcher if you have to worry for the injuries and stuff. Like maybe you just let it rip for an inning or two. Maybe let him do some bulk relief. Could the Yankees use him in the bullpen this year? That's a very excellent topic, because you could make a case that you could give him a shot in the pen this year. He's been battle tested with this team. I mean, you probably want to see him get to AAA before you throw him in the major league bullpen, but maybe not. Who knows? I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but the Yankees are looking for bullpen help. The bullpen's getting worn down, and there's a few pieces in there that I don't know how much staying power they're going to have throughout the course.
I don't recall. Did he ever pitch AAA Gomes, or he's never touched AAA?
No, Gomez is the last remaining dude on the 40 that's never made it to AAA. It was him and Everson. Now it's just Gomez.
Okay.
So maybe he'll get that call up. Maybe they want to wait to fully build him up before he gets that call.
Okay.
He's probably still got to work on some commands and whatnot.
Okay. Next on the docket is our FCL players, our international signings. Kiner Delgado, shortstop, second base, wherever you put him, kills it. 5 home runs, 18 RBIs, 18 stolen bases. He's fast. 278 average, a 394 OBP, and 890 OPS. He can, as I said, he can play second base. I think the kid deserves a call up to Tampa.
Oh shit! Jigga just said I feel like all these names are going to see gone really soon.
Who's that?
Jigga just said I feel like all these names we're going to see gone really soon.
Oh no, not Kiter.
But here we go. Boys, the complex boys. So Kiner Delgado, we love this kid to death. We did an interview, we got a prospect highlight piece. Although I have to say, I'm going to make a petition to improve the coverage of the FCL, because the videos are terrible. And I don't even want to put them on here because they just don't look good.
Sorry, they're through the fence videos.
Yeah, literally. And it's like a few guys do a good job reporting down there, and they get some good clips here and there, but there's nothing consistently to show what they're fully doing. You see half clips of home runs, you can't even see where the punch fully goes. Feel bad for these guys, honestly. I wish I could go down there and do some work, but Yankees Bars laugh because he knows the struggle. Yeah, you got it. And you do the best job with them because they help you get the videos. So we appreciate that. Also, thanks for helping us with the minor league TV. That was a godsend. So shout out to Yankees Farm.
Word. Go follow him.
Yes, him with a follow and sub. So for Kiner, people are talking about him in Tampa. People are listing him among the Yankees' top prospects even. I've seen some lists. He's ranked at 10 or so. So
Yeah.
it's exciting to see this development. He's only like, I think he's what, 18 or 19, kind of. He's a baby. Trying to fact check his age
Yeah,
really.
I want to say he's 18 or 19 too. Same as
You know it.
Arias is 18.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That was gross.
Elgato, I'm gonna fact check really quick because like
Um,
I think when we spoke to him he was 18, but maybe his birthday happened. Yep, he's 19. So you were right about that one.
he was a good interviewer though. Like he's, for his age, he's very mature.
Yes, and Serna is a guy we talked about a lot last week, and that has to do with these guys here. These guys need to go up too, and Serna needs to go up. Like, it all needs to be in effect. Like, Kiner should go up to Tampa. People are talking about him going up there. He's doing really well. And then you have Arias, who's doing even better. This kid's a stud.
Yes.
6 home runs, 25 ribbies, 14 steals, 274 average, 426 on base is amazing, 952 OPS. This guy was the top prospect at 22 international signing. Yes, Serna's blocked by guys that shouldn't be blocking him, exactly. And Serna shouldn't be blocking these guys. Like, these guys need to go up too. So that's something that we can look into.
For Arias, MLB Pipelines, he was the number 1 prospect in the 2022 international class, you guys. He signed $4 million out of the Dominican Republic. He may have the best all-around collection of tools among the Yankees' stockpile of shortstops. He's been talked very highly of at shortstop. Arias.
Yeah, like, this isn't a guy you have to change the position. Like, he is a shortstop for sure. So
yeah.
He's so far out. Like, who knows what they would end up doing.
Right.
I wanted to bring him up because he's been a big guy in trade rumors too. Yankees, people are asking about Arias in the trade market. So I don't know if the Yankees would sell him because he is someone they hold in high regard. They normally like to hold their higher international prospects like Dominguez and stuff. I would be very hesitant to trade Arias because he has a lot of good skills and everything. Unless it was like a bona fide guy that could help us.
Like who?
Like someone, like a good pitcher or something, or not like a Soto or Ohtani. It's too much. Like, if that happened, then yeah, obviously. But like Belly, nah. Belly's a little bit too low, probably. Like Carlson, probably not. It's tough. Like, it's tough to say because I feel like his value is undersold a little bit.
Okay. So nobody.
Yeah, except the top two, and like if you were gonna get creative into a package for an arm and a bat, like, yeah, go for it.
Oh, got it. Like, not just one player. Like, you want a whole for it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm sure he would be included in a larger package too, like with other players, but
yeah,
it's just like it's tough. It's tough. We don't know what he's gonna be, but there's a lot of great stuff about him.
Yeah.
And he's a freak speed wise too. He's 6'2". He ran the 60 in like 6'5". As we said, he steals a bunch of bases.
It says in the strikeout rate. Oh, the strikeout rate's pretty high. But then again, you said these scouting reports are like never updated, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's not like fully up to date. Like, that could have been from last year potentially.
Yeah, he runs fast. He has run the 60-yard dash in 6.5 seconds. He's 6'2". He's tall too. Well, not that tall, but he's tall.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Anyway.
Yeah, so let's go through the rest of our infield dockets.
Okay.
And see how we're looking with that. So next up, we got Tejada. This guy's been talked about a little bit. Manuel Tejada. It's like, before we even do this, like, the rotations are crazy what they do. It's like they switch short, they switch second, they third, they DH. I think they even have Hans Montero playing first, who's next up. None of these guys like Belly or Carlson move the needle. Yeah. Yankees' whole prospects like we're catching Pokemons because they're scared.
How come I can't read the comments? What's up?
If you press the comments tab on the right, you should be able to.
Oh.
Okay,
so I see them now. Holy shit, I've been missing out.
FOMO.
All this stuff. Okay.
Emmanuel Tejada is 3 bombs, 19 ribbies, 17 steals. He's hit 326. His on base is close to 500, and his OPS is 985. Yankee Farm, this one's for you because I know you love Tejada, so you told me some good things.
He put the hard eyes. He put the hard eyes in the chat.
Yeah, he's a big Tejada guy. It's like all these guys have been performing well in the complex league. It's only been around 30 games. The team is 16-13 on the year, so they're doing all right. That young catcher that Pete likes is a monster. Oh, I think he's talking about Augustine Ramirez, maybe. Yep.
He said, yeah, Agustin Ramirez is his boy. He said he's the best hitter in the system during the first half. We're going to have to do research on him.
Yeah, I saw him yesterday, actually. He's catching for Hudson Valley, so we'll do him next show for sure.
Cool.
We'll put him on the – there's so many catchers. We're sorry. We could dedicate a whole show to
pipeline of catchers.
Yeah, we're going to have to do Arias has whipped 46 times, so I guess that is kind of – you're right. That was last year. Anyway, so I think full catcher episode. Yeah, we should. He hit about 360 in the first half. Holy shit. Yeah, we definitely do got to check that guy out.
Okay.
But speaking of Hudson, Alexander Vargas had a big triple yesterday. That was fun. And we got some love from a pitcher from Hudson who followed us on Dugout, and he wanted some clips. I felt bad I didn't get any yesterday.
You wanted clips? Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. I dropped
that happened to me before. Who did this happen with? Oh, when we were in spring training, Chaparro's mom.
Oh, yeah.
Mom asked for his home run. And we weren't there that morning, remember? I was like, dang, we didn't get But then we made up for it because when he hit at the stadium, he hit it out. Anyway.
Yes, it is Harrison Cohen. Yes, Harrison Cohen's the relief pitcher. He struck out 3 batters yesterday in an inning and a third, and he's got a little Tommy Kahnle action going. Our friend Mike Ashmore films a video of him, and I was like, wow, I could see it a little bit. Yeah. So I'm going to make sure to film him Friday if he gets on the mound for sure. And unfortunately, I wasn't this time, but he did follow some Dugout on Twitter and Insta, so that's cool.
What's up. We got to tell him to follow the pipe. By the way, you guys, subscribe to the Morning Brew. Thank you. Love you.
Yes, and hit up the hit Dugout Station as well. Got to get those subs up on our YouTube, Insta, and Twitter. So get it all going. We're close to 1K on the Morning Brew. We got to hit that 1K.
Yeah, for real. Okay, so you're done with Tejada. Another infielder is Montero. He's a righty. His stats: 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, 13 stolen bases. His average is 306. His OBP is 481, and his OPS is 1.001. Wow.
Yeah, these complex boys are good.
Good deal.
He's another guy. I think he's been DHing a little bit. I think he plays a little third too, and like maybe some first at times. It's he's 19, righty, like that you said, and then he's all these guys are good. I mean, we have a lot of talent down in that complex. Thanks for dropping that link, Morning Brew. We appreciate that. So someone said Will Wheaton.
Warren?
Yes.
Will Wheaton, not sure of spelling. It's Warren, my guy.
Yeah. That was kind of funny. And someone asked if they think Clayton Beeter can make his MLB debut. If we think Beeter can I love Han Solo. Yes, I'm in on Han Solo.
Yeah, I do think Beeter can make his MLB debut.
If he doesn't get traded, I hope we keep Beeter. He's a Rule 5 guy. He's someone else you got to watch for. I want to see him get up there because we traded Gallo for him. Like, we deserve something good from the Joey Gallo trade. So I don't want to just give up on Beeter. He's a close one too. Him and Will Warren, maybe.
Okay, let's finish up with these international signings. Cruz is another guy to keep in your radar. An outfielder, lefty, 17 years old. He's young. 5 home runs, 30 RBIs, 6 stolen bases. His average is 263 with an OPS of 357. OBP of 357 and an OPS of 832. He's ranked 97th in the MLB. Grant Kobliski. That's like an award or something.
It's an article that this guy Grant Kaliski wrote on his site called Medium, and he rated John Cruz as a 97th prospect, which stood out to me. So I thought it was someone worth mentioning. It's in the DSL prospect list. He was with the Dominican Summer League last year. He's with the Complex Boys now. They're saying he does an excellent job of lifting and pulling his best contact. He has raw power. He hit through 98 bombs. He has the 5 bombs. Like he's 98 ABs, 5 homers, like mentioned, and he has the power plus athleticism make him an intriguing prospect.
Yep.
Cruz lots of pop, but doesn't make enough contact for me. That ranking is crazy. I'm gonna be honest. I was extremely surprised by it. I didn't know who he was before he even pops on that list. So I did want to speak about him. I think it's interesting that he caught someone's attention like that. He is only 17, so I'm sure if he could clean up some swing and miss stuff.
He's a big dude. He's 6'3", 171 pounds.
And like we said, the Yankees' MO is swing and miss, so he fits right into the Yankee way. And I'm sure a lot of people are sick of seeing that.
Yankees Farm said that ranking is crazy. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Yankees Farm?
He means it in a bad way, I think. Like, I don't think he agrees with it.
I've been watching him for 2 years. That's wild. I don't know. So with the draft prospects, will this cause a call up from the FCL and Tampa?
I think it's something that it's high, he said. He thinks it's too high.
It's too high? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I could tell he's not really that into that guy. But...
Yankees Farm's trying to school us.
Hey, it's all good. It's all love. We're learning about the FCL guys are tough. I don't like his power. I like his power.
How do you even see them, first of all? How do you even see them?
You could see them because he gets some stuff, but we can't even see them really. So like the FCL stuff's really tough for us. Like we're trying with it. And that's like the toughest thing. Like these videos are just tough, but like we're getting there. You know,
we're getting there. Seriously, you guys.
Yeah, no, it's all love, Yankees Farm. We got you, and we appreciate you checking in and giving us more education on the FCL, like the guys at Tejada and stuff.
Love the support.
So yeah, do we think this draft can end up having a bump up? It should. I mean, we look at Tampa with Serna. He needs to be in Hudson Valley. Benjamin Krause could potentially be. I have videos of Cruz and some upcoming IAFs too. Okay, we'll definitely check those. Cool. So yeah, it should. I mean, Serna needs to go to Hudson. Maybe Krause can get to Somerset and then a few other things. Some of the FCL boys need to get to Tampa. And the draft guys, some will start in the FCL. Maybe some will start in Tampa. Roderick definitely needs to go up 100%, especially with the pedigree he has and how well he's been playing. Arias shouldn't be taking their time. Yep, Lombard signed up. We're going to get to him soon. How do you feel about the influx of the talent at all these levels?
So, speaking of the Tarpons, right? We're digging into the Tarpons now, correct?
Yep.
So we have the right-hand pitcher, 21 years old, Justin Lang. Justin Lang has pitched 54 innings, 85 strikeouts. His ERA is 4.64, and his WHIP is 1.45. He's got great stuff. He touches 100 miles per hour, but he needs to get better control and limit the blow-up innings. His scouting grades are pretty good. Lang has gotten off to a good start in his full season debut this year in Single A. His fastball sits at 94, 96 and tops out at 99. His heater stands out more for its velocity than its life. Well, his best secondary pitch is a cutter that ranges from 85 to 90. So John Brophy also, shout out to John Brophy. I like reading his content on Twitter. He wrote about Lang. He said it wasn't a good inning for him that day. 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 6 runs. Damn, he got beat. 6 earned runs, 7. He had 7 strikeouts though.
Yeah, he got touched up today. So Brophy was talking,
was
so it was
today.
good timing. It was unfortunate bad timing and good timing because we were able to talk about it, but we were hoping that it would be a better performance. But he did pitch today. It didn't go well. He was in the Luke Voigt trade, so that's interesting to look back at. And Lang is someone that, like, he's probably going to be stuck in Tampa all year, I would imagine. He has to work on a lot of things, so I don't know about him getting up that quickly. Roderick Arias, someone said he can end in Somerset. I think that's probably way too fast. I don't see him ending the year in Somerset.
For Arias?
Yeah, so hopefully he's FCL to Somerset. That'd be crazy. But
no, stranger things have happened.
Yeah, Sweeney should go to AAA. We agree with that part. Arias needs to go at least to Tampa, and maybe he could push Hudson, but that might be a stretch
maybe
too.
Maybe he can go quickly.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, maybe Hudson. We'll see.
So Yorlin Calderon, he's another one in with Tampa. Am I mistaken? Yorlin, 49 innings pitched, 62 strikeouts, 3.12 ERA. His whip is 1.10. Could he get the call up to Hudson? We interviewed him.
Yeah, and he was
switched, right? From a starting to reliever.
Yes, when we spoke about Yorlin, I think they're talking about Arias. Yeah, we like him a lot.
We love Yorlin too.
He's a good kid. He was a fun interview. He was a starter when we last spoke to him. Now he switched to the bullpen, so I guess they're going to try to carve him out there. He's got some good stuff for sure. I think that he's someone that can definitely get a call to Hudson. He did throw that no-hitter last year. That we told us about. I remember that one. Mm-hmm. And I have his game logs too for July. He struggled a little bit recently, but he still has 13 Ks and 9 innings in the month. He struck out 5 on the 14th, but he gave up a run in 2 innings. And then last outing wasn't the best. He gave up 2 runs in 2 innings, but he had 2 scoreless appearances in the beginning of the month. So I think he's someone, like we said, he can get a look at Hudson, maybe get in that bullpen. You see them moving some arms around there. And for Yorlin, I guess he'll be a full reliever now. And hopefully things continue to go well. It's good to see him doing well in Tampa, especially after we spoke to him in the offseason.
Yeah.
So now we'll move to AAA.
Okay.
So AAA, we're going to go with Mitch Spence to begin it, and then we're going to get to guys that are playing the majors on the farm.
Okay.
So Mitch Spence, there is a highlight tape in here of Spence, so we'll see if that goes up. But first, there we go. So Mitch Spence, he's striking out major league hitters here. You have Josh Lowe in this video that he just got out last year. And then you have Vital Bruhan, who also got a brief call at the end of the day.
What kind of swing is that?
Yeah, this was a good start.
Half swinging it. What is going on? Ooh.
Yeah, I like what I see from Spence. His slide piece is really good.
That was wild.
I know he's got a cutter. His fastball's kind of like mid-90-ish. He pitched in Somerset a little bit last year. Yeah, this is a nice clip. Definitely a cool one from Spence. And this is a good Durham Bulls team he went against for Mitch. I thought this one stood out more than the other clips. So
is this a Yankees farm clip?
No. Oh, I grabbed this from I grabbed this from Scranton, but when I was looking some stuff up. But for Spence, he's got an ERA in the 4s. He's got 81 Ks in 96 innings. So he pitches to contact a little bit. It's a 4.56. His whip is 1.37. I'd like to see that a little bit lower. He's got his last time out, he went 5 2/3 with 403 Ks. He is very good friends with Sean Boyle, so that's something noteworthy there, really close. And
Oh yeah.
obviously, Boyle has the Tommy John. And
Yeah.
for Spence, he's going to keep grinding out there. Could be a contact for us later on, maybe. So I'm excited to see what Spence can do. Can he actually get a look in the MLB and get added to the 40 this year?
Me too. We'll see.
I don't know.
Messenger's dad wrote, "Didn't the Yankees draft a two-way fielder and starting pitcher? We did get a two-way player."
Kyle Carr can technically hit. He
Yeah.
can. He's. I don't know if there's another one. Don't think I've got a Spence game this season. I guess that could be your next
I
one.
don't think I've cut a Spence game. You're so funny. I love the chat.
Yeah, that could be something for next time, maybe. So for Mitch Spence, I mean, we'll see. I'd like to see him get added to the 40 at some point. So that's someone that you could look for sure in the future, potentially.
Okay. So let's talk about pitchers that have already played in the MLB.
Yep, and we start with our buddy Johnny Brito. So.
Johnny Brito.
He's doing his thing down in AAA, 6 strong. He gets 6 Ks this day, and he gave up just 2 runs. So for Brito, it's good to see. And he is someone that's pitching the majors. He is someone that could be a piece in a trade potentially. The Yankees have a bunch of starting pitching depth. Hopefully he doesn't go, but let's see what he's done. He's actually been better in the majors, just like Vasquez, who we'll get to.
Yeah,
So,
isn't that strange?
I
Like
guess
whenever they send him back, he has a bad outing in AAA. It's so weird.
I think Beck threw 3 scoreless today, or 3 innings with 1 run earned. I saw the Hudson box score on Twitter or something.
Well, but Brito, his MLB stats would be are 51 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts, 4.70 ERA, and 1.34 WHIP. And may I add that he has not pitched to whenever he pitches, it's actually like the teams he pitches for are great teams, is what I'm trying to say. I don't recall offhand, but I just know that they're good teams. He's not like pitching to just anyone.
Yeah, he's pitched against some tough competition for sure.
I think Toronto.
That was one of them. I think he's hung in there. So in the minors, his ERA is a 5.46.
Yes,
which is really crazy. Do you think it has something to do with him going back and forth so much? Maybe he just can't find.
Honestly, it could be. It could take some time to acclimate to,
He probably thinks like he could get away with certain things because like he was in the majors and then like it doesn't work like how he expects it to maybe. But for Brito, honestly, I mean, in the majors he's been pretty good, especially like you talk about the quality of competition he's gone up against. In the majors, he has 51 innings, 35 Ks, a 4.7 ERA, and he's been very consistent. The Yankees have needed him. He's filled a big gap and a big void. So, in your heart, do you believe Brito will make it through the trade deadline?
Whoa. I don't know. That's a hard one. Because you know what? Other teams have already seen what he can do in this level, in the major league level, Yeah,
so now is the time if you were going to deal him to probably deal him. That's what makes it tough. And you have Nestor coming back. Sevy, we don't know what he is, but he did okay the other day. So Brito went against the Giants, Orioles. He did do plays, like you said. Reds, which is tough. Rays, Rangers.
Orioles is tough.
Yeah, Angels. He's gone against some tough ones for sure.
Yeah.
So that's just a reference of who he's played.
Yep.
And we can look forward to Ramsey now because these two are always attached at the hip.
Yeah, Randy and Brito.
They're brothers. They came up together.
He hasn't pitched since July 5th for the Yankees. 5 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 1 strikeout. His AAA stats, 61 innings pitched, 69 strikeouts, 5.11 ERA, and a 1.61 WHIP. So his ERA is kind of high.
He's not been having a good time in AAA either. And that whip at 1.6 is very frightening, honestly. That's really bad. I don't know what's going on down there, but another guy, when you turn on the lights in the Bronx, he looks like a stud. He has a 117 in 3 starts, and he's got 10 strikeouts on 15 innings. So he's been getting it done at the major league level. Another guy that could be on the fringe of does he stay, does he go? I think, like, I had to pick, I would say Ramsey more likely stays. I would lean towards Ramsey staying, maybe. If I had to decide. I could see him going. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but if I had to pick between them, I think he's more likely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just a hunch. I mean, we'll see what happens. But it's a tough time of year for our minor league brothers.
I honestly enjoyed watching these guys pitch. These guys came in to spots where, you know, where a lot was required out of them, and they stood up to the challenge and they did well. So I'm excited for their futures, honestly.
Me too. We'll see what happens with them down the line, if they make more starts, if they end up going back up, if they get traded, how they finish out in AAA. I mean, the rotation right now is kind of set, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, another guy, Greg Weiser, that pitched in the MLB. His AAA stats: 27 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts, 2.96 earned ERA, and his WHIP is 1.21. I haven't heard much about him lately.
It's been a little bit quiet with Weiser.
Right? And his MLB stats, he pitched 6.2 innings, 7 strikeouts, and his ERA is 4.05 when he pitched up here.
Yeah, I mean, Weiser's another fringe guy to me. I could see he's like is he a big leaguer? Is he a AAA pitcher? How do the Yankees value him? I mean, I could see a lot of other teams willing to slot him into the bullpen before the Yankees would potentially. I think he's an interesting guy. I think he's worth keeping around, but I could see other teams valuing him higher than the Yankees do. It seems like the Yankees are kind of just like stuck in the middle with him. Like, I don't know if they would actually give him a full bullpen spot, really.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do you think they should give him a full spot?
I don't know. So let's see. When was the last time he played? When was his last start?
Trying to check. I mean, he hasn't been in the majors in a little while. I could go through.
I feel like I haven't heard anything of this. And again, most reliever, like, you don't really hear from relievers. Jiga said, trade everyone, so keep Julian and Sandy. I'm with that.
Yes, that's
so Weiser. I don't
pretty
know.
funny. I'm not gonna lie. Weiser, I think, is a unique guy. I think, remember, Foolish Baseball told us before the season he thought he was a big breakout candidate for us. Unfortunately, we haven't really seen that too much. It's just like we haven't given him like a full chance. So either I would like to see a full appearance from him. It says his last appearance with us was, I feel like this can't even be correct. This says June 18th against the Red Sox. I guess so, because we haven't seen Weiser's last appearance with the Yankees, June 18th against the Red Sox. He struck out 2 batters.
So a month ago. That makes sense, because I haven't heard from this guy for a long time.
I'm trying to see when his last minors appearance was. But it's being tricky. But anyway, I mean, we could go forward to Matt Crook. Weiser talk.
Julian,
I'm good now. I don't know why the connection.
There we go.
You're good back now. Thank God. So I guess we'll move forward to Crook. So Crook is unique because he's a lefty. He hasn't gotten too much burn at the major league level, really. So he pitched like 3 innings and gave up 7 runs. So it's tough to really draw much from that. He hasn't gotten a big chance up at the top.
True. I thought he would be one that we would give it. Like I've heard his name when the season started, but what's going on with our bullpen? Honestly, like, do we even have room for another guy?
I mean, if you're gonna look to chop someone, I mean, it's probably Abreu could be expendable if they make some deals at the deadline to maybe try to rework some stuff. Nick Ramirez has had a few not so great outings. Ron has been struggling, but his spot is secure. So probably not.
So is
honestly.
I guess what I'm asking is there a logjam that is preventing these guys from being moved up?
Yeah, I think so in a sense. I think there is a little bit of a jam. And Crook's been a stud in AAA too. Like it looks, he has an ERA of 1. His WHIP is like just over 1. He has 46 Ks in 25 and 2/3 innings. So it is something that's worth monitoring to see what happens. They could be small deals too, maybe for them. So we got to watch everyone right now.
We'll see if they will stay with the team long term or possibly trading chips in the future for the deadline.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Speaking of trade deadlines, do you want to talk Florial now?
Yep, let's get to that outfield work.
Jesus Christ. We need a left fielder bad. We
honestly
do. Who are we bringing out today?
Today it's Cabrera's turn. And the merry-go-rounds and left field.
I just fucking can't with this. So Florial, this dude, man, I don't know what's it gonna take. His stats and his scouting reports. So a scout. These are words from a scout on Florial. He strikes out a lot, but he's a power hitter with good defense. There are plenty of low average, high K power hitting outfielders in the majors. There are, especially in the Yankees. And he provides value with the glove as well. The Yankees should give him a shot. They can only go up in the production in the left field. We can only get better from what we have been putting out there day after day.
I agree 100%. I don't know. They just don't, though. I mean, I think we'll finally see some action soon.
So he's not protected. Trade deadline, what happens at the trade deadline?
He's not on 40, which is another problem, but they could easily do that if they put Donaldson in 60 AIL or for something.
Okay.
He can be moved, or they could keep him and he'll just stay in AAA. Probably it's 21 bombs if we mentioned.
I hate to say it, but they're probably going to trade him.
I think so too. Like they'll probably try to take whatever they could get or throw him as a throw on in like another package. Probably 973 OPS and 18 steals.
21 home runs.
It's worth noting he's out of the lineup today for the second straight day, so maybe they're trying to work on something.
Yeah, wow. Second straight game, he's out of the lineup.
Yeah, I'm not sure why. Obviously, we don't know with these minor league injury reports. Throw my hands up with those. I give up. Honest to God. But let's play this question at the start. Do you think Everson Pereira could get called up this year? I'm trying to. Let's see if they put it in. Wow.
So Jonathan wrote a comment in the chat. He said Yankees need to rebuild for next year. So if Judge comes back, we could possibly have a shot at something. I don't think we should rebuild.
It's just like we're looking terrible, and he's also the one that asked about Pereira coming up this year. He should. I don't know if he actually will, but He should give it a go. He
I would
actually,
pick him up. Yep.
I would too. I think he's the top.
He's
value.
already on the 40 man.
Yep, it's one move away. That's it now. He's doing well in AAA. He's one of the top guys that they could trade too, value wise at this moment, that are realistic guys to move. I mean, it's tough to move him when you have such a terrible position outlook in left field right now, and the other higher prospects below him. I think that they should keep him and give him a shot. Maybe in August they'll try it. If they don't, I think whatever they manage at this deadline will be the story. If they strike out at the deadline on left field, Pereira needs to be in there.
So, forgot to mention that Greg Allen is rehabbing. So he possibly can come up. They'll probably stick him in left field.
I think he's going to be a Band-Aid solution for now, maybe, if they end up. He's close. I mean, he went 1 for 3 yesterday. He started his rehab with Tampa. I'm going to try to check to see if we have any updates on Bowers and Calhoun somehow. Not entirely sure about that.
Are they in the lineup today?
Is
Either one of them? Oh, no, they're hurt. Never mind.
Yeah, I'm trying to see when they could come back potentially.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything on those two, so I have no idea.
I know they mentioned that like they expect Bowers to. I think Bowers may be working out there, but there's no like. They said Bowers is going to Scranton to work out for a few days before getting game action, so we have something. And Willie Calhoun will do the same. So that's the latest update. There are a few games behind.
Will do what?
Willie Calhoun's going to do the same thing that Bowers does. Like, he's going to work out for a few days and then play.
They're with the Yankees still?
Yeah, they're going to be in Scranton. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think we ended with draft picks.
Yeah.
So Lombard officially signed. He signed for, love these pictures here. Great ones. So Lombard signed for 3.3 officially, and it was right around his projection. I think it was a touch under maybe. And we have some quotes from Lombard we'll get to later as well that I thought were noteworthy. And Kyle Carr signs for $692K. So congrats to them. We may have Kyle Carr for an interview, so everyone look out for that one. We might be able to get him at some point.
Okay. So, congrats. Welcome to the Yankees.
And
welcome to the shit show. Just kidding.
or are you, though? We're going to welcome Kyle with open arms, and we're going to have a good discussion with him, hopefully. So, he can also hit. So that would be an intriguing one. They did comment. Someone commented on Insta. You'll like this on Kyle's Instagram that they should let him hit, and he said yes.
He said yeah.
Yeah, he was like he put exclamation points on it. People commented like, "Let my boy hit," and then he said like 3 exclamation points for it.
So I'll read off Lombardi's quote by Brian Hope. Posted it. Yankees first-round pick George Lombardi Jr. said that he grew up idolizing Corey Seager and has modeled his game after him. I loved watching him play or watching him go out there and get his work in every single day. So he's a big Seager fan.
I enjoy that a lot.
Cool.
I like Seager a lot. I wish the Yankees could have pulled the trigger on him. He would have helped us offense a lot. So he also said that he called it a no-brainer signing with the Yankees, even with Vanderbilt on the team.
Messenger's dad said another shortstop.
I love how you just call him Messenger's dad.
That's what I said, not another shortstop. We love infielders, man. We just can't figure out left field right now.
Yeah, maybe Lombard's left field.
Any last words, Julian?
Yes, we do have a few last ones. So
Go for it.
The 10th round pick, Brian Hendry, officially signed with the Yankees, and he's from Oklahoma State. I have a friend that coached him and said he's a good kid that can hum it. And he's an NJ native from Bedford, New Jersey. And he had 51 Ks in 36 innings, so NJ all day with that one.
All day, every day. Congrats.
And Ricky O did not sign, unfortunately. And that sucks.
Scratch him off. Is he on the list?
Yeah, he's on the board. That was one of our favorite picks, too. Like, that sucks.
Wasn't he the JUCO player? Or no, Carr is the JUCO.
Carr is JUCO. Riggio was Oklahoma State.
Oh, wait. Was Riggio given the Vanderbilt?
Riggio was the dude that you liked that had that crazy home run celebration that you were into.
Oh,
remember that video?
Damn, Riggio, why you gotta play us?
Yeah, the Yankees couldn't agree on the slot value, I guess. Like, he has another year of eligibility or two, so he can go back to school. But maybe the Yankees will draft him next year at a higher round and have to pay more money for him. We've seen this happen before. The Yankees drafted Austin Wells before they got him this time.
Yep.
Do you know the Yankees international prospect linked to us? What's the name? Give me a name. Do you have a name for me? I guess.
I don't know.
Okay. I could try a Google search really quick.
So, what do you think? I'm ready to.
Oh, I'm asking.
No, I'm asking. He doesn't have a name. He's asking.
Oh. I failed, unfortunately. I don't know. I really don't. I'm going to have to do some homework on that one and make sure I figure it out for the next show.
I want to thank everyone, every single viewer that has watched and stick around with us and commented on our chat, or even if you don't even chat, just watch us. Thank you. We appreciate you. Like, subscribe, all of that jazz.
Sandy, do you want to trade Torres?
Oh, Hector wants to get. That's Hector, isn't it? Sandy, do you want to trade Torres? He knows how to get me started. No, I do not want to trade Torres.
I mean, yeah, no, we're not trading Glaber on the show. But I want to echo what you said. I thank everyone that watches. It means a lot to us. We've been having some fun on this show the last 4 weeks. We'll try to figure out a consistent time slot next week and stick to that one.
Yep.
Everyone sub to the pipe, like and follow the pipe on all platforms.
And shout out to our producer, too. With all the graphics and everything. It's a lot of work. So
shout out to Jigga for pulling the strings behind the set. Shout out to Hector for helping out and the support too and getting us into this and everything. My last message will be to follow and sub to Dugout Station as well. We're working on some new ideas with YouTube and some podcasts as well. We got to figure some things out. We're looking forward to more. And let's hope the Yankees could actually get a win. Like, is it possible we could win a game tonight? Like, will Rodon do something special? Will the offense get more than 3 runs? I don't know. You're going to have to watch to find out. And we'll see how we feel about it. And we'll be doing our thing on Dugout Station.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.